Hi, I'm Dan Shirley. I'm out here we're out here doing some research. As you can tell behind me, we're kind of going down a canyon. Down its backside down here's the river, and we're looking for caves and caverns. This is the vicinity I know they're living. Been up here now in the Sierras, studying and doing research out here for a couple years, and I think we got the area down just where I want it. Get that perimeter growing smaller and smaller. So anyway, we're taking a break. We're taking a break in the research right now, and Garland brought it up to my attention that there's something that I need to talk about, and while it's fresh on my mind still, it's just a few things I want to set the record straight about. Now, I know some of you probably saw the documentary that me and Garland done, and had to do with the Sykes project, the Bigfoot Files, Sykes project, and there was a few things that occurred that I have to say something about. I got to set the record straight, and one of the subjects has to do with the DNA. Now, the DNA, we were told in the documentary from Brian that the so-called black bear. Look, I'm like this right now at this point. We haven't seen any of the paperwork or anything on the DNA. But the problem I have is this. And now, I just want you to understand this. I'm dealing with facts. The fact is, that sample that was given to him came off the Bob fence. There was the so-called hair from the pine tree, from the bait tree that was in the documentary, said it was tested. That hair was not tested. The only one that was tested was the one from the fence, which has no connection to the bait tree. The problem I have with it in the documentary, where he had said it was the DNA of a black bear, that's not what was said. There was a key word that was left out of the documentary that they didn't have in it, and that word was blondie. It was the DNA of a blondie black bear. Now, the problem I have with that, now I'm dealing with facts. The problem I have with that is this. I'm over here in the Sierras. We don't have blondie black bears. Blondie black bears, they live in Canada and British Columbia. And there's very scarcely, even a little over 400 species known, and it's the most rarest and evasive bear in North America. So, and on top of that, that sample was also found in the middle of winter, in February of this year of 13, and right in the middle of hibernation season. So you got to ask yourself, how the hell did a blondie bear get here in the Sierras that lives in Canada and British Columbia and in the middle of winter and hibernation season? Don't figure, does it? Something's wrong with this picture. Secondly, we've had 3 different hair samples come from the bait tree. None have been tested as yet. We had been emailing Brian a few times. He emailed us back about a week or so ago. I asked him, I wanted to know what the results were on the other 3 hair samples. He replied back, I quote, "They've been under the microscope, but because of funds being short, they cannot be finished being tested at this point in time." Okay, I can understand that. Another third point, after we quit filming on that evening, one of the crew members from the film company, we had one of the SD cards. We had 2 cards. One of them came fresh out of our trail cam on that day of filming, we had 23 videos that were taken. We had not had a chance to even view the SD cards. I know there was something on there. Now, they wanted to borrow them. I gave them my permission because we thought they were, if there was something they could use, would be in the documentary. That was the only reason I let them do it. Well, weeks go by, and they told me they would return my SD cards to me within 2 days. That never happened. Weeks go by, maybe about a month, I haven't heard anything returned, so we emailed them, and finally we got a response. We wanted to know where our SD cards were. Well, guess what? They mysteriously came up lost. They lost them. Now, the way I see it, why does my evidence keep disappearing? I'm not a conspiracy theorist by no means, but you know, I'm getting to the point right now where if you think UFOs, governments, now think Sasquatch, governments. I don't understand for the science, some in the science world that want to find the truth, then why are they hiding the truth? I'm telling you right now, they have the truth sitting in their lap, but you want to know something? You're never going to know, because they don't want you to know. You have to understand there's a lot of scientists in the science world, they're not willing to put their reputations on the line. Now I know Brian Sykes, I know he assumed that he was going to do such. I'm starting to have a few reservations about that. I hope I'm wrong. I do kind of like the guy. But right now I have this, I can't say any different, but the fact of the matter is they're keeping the truth from you. And I'm really irate about it. You know, me and Garland, you know, we bust our asses doing this, and we know they're real. Me and Garland both have saw them. I've seen them on 3 different occasions personally. And to be honest with you, one we observed down in a canyon by a river for about 12 to 15 minutes. In fact, it was on one of my videos. Then you want to talk about bagging one? Oh, sure, we could have bagged him right there. No problem. I didn't want to do it. It was too awesome to see such a creature like that. And you're in awe. How could you shoot one? And then the only thing we did was observe it through the binoculars at that point. Anyway, what I'm trying to basically say is this. I'm not crazy. My team partner, Garland, he's not crazy. I mean, my God, we're 2 full-grown men. We're very well educated. We've got very, very good backgrounds in what we do. I've been doing this since 1967. Look it. I'm not running around in the woods, and plus, I'm self-financed. You think I'm wasting my money and my time? I don't think so. So, I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart in my research, don't let them get you down, because Sasquatch is as real as you and me. Trust me, they're real. They're not a myth, they're not a legend. They're the real deal. So, I guess we're just going to have to work twice as hard to get the truth to you. Other than that, I hope you did enjoy the documentary. And I'm going to have to let you go right now, because I'm going to have to get my behind back to work. We only got about another hour and a half. We get some research done. We got to head back, get out of the woods. And I will give you some more update videos. And we left a couple bait traps up here. I'm trying to see if I left where I can get some footprints. Okay. Well, we got to get back to work. We'll see you later. Adios.